Alright guys, we're now on the, I think, 5th hired request of this batch in 2014. And it's a Beatles song. Can't go wrong with the Beatles. You Like Me Too Much from the Help album, and a lot of piano stuff in this one. We're going to learn how to tremolo. A lot of people are scared to tremolo or don't know how to do it. I'm going to give you some instruction on that. But you know the intro. Going to show you how to play the melody in the right hand. I do that in this one. Sometimes I just choose to do that on a certain song, and I'm doing that on this one. So we'll do the okay, so in the lessons I will show you how to put the melody in there. We also do the solo, of course, in the middle of the song between the piano and the guitar. We do that, and then the little solo thing at the end. But a lot of fun in this one. Hello, I'm Shawn. Welcome to my easy piano lessons. It's good to be with you here today for lessons. And I always put the free part 1 on YouTube, and the rest of the lessons for this song, as well as thousands and thousands and thousands of other lessons, are on my website, webpianoteacher.com. It works on all mobile devices such as iPad and Android operating systems, all that good stuff. And you know, I got lessons for beginners, intermediate, advanced, you know, you name it, expert, as far as the hard classical stuff. Facebook is the best place to get a hold of me. Just do a Facebook search for webpianoteacher.com and you'll find me. If you'd like to learn how to sight read, now I don't have any popular song material on this site, but it's just my own personal lessons on how to be a good sight reader. I used to be terrible at it. And then I retrained my brain and taught myself how to be a really good sight reader. That's what we do on ShawnCheek.com. Not for wimps. If you're really wanting to dedicate the time and learn how to be a good reader of music, then that's where to do that. My blog has information on getting custom DVD sets if you'd like to do that. It's ShawnCheekblog.com for that. Well, enough of advertising. Let's get into the lesson here. I need to put a misprint there. Let's fix that right away. And don't see a lot of these sometimes until I actually start teaching the lessons, because I see what I hear instead of seeing what I wrote sometimes. But so some tremolos at the beginning, and don't let the tremolo scare you away. You can just leave them out and play the fun chorus part, verse and chorus part if you want to. Don't let them scare you away. You just have to practice them a little bit, like anything else. But let's get the first pickup notes in here. That's going to be G and B right below middle C. I'm going to use 1 and 3. And then we go to A and C with 2 and 4. And then we'll do A sharp and C sharp. Okay, and I'm going to use 2 and 3 on that, I guess. And then we'll do... Alright, and the rhythm is... First, it's good to just play the 2 notes together so we can get the rhythm. It's... Then we'll put the tremolo in after that, okay? So get this part first. B and D, C and E, B and D, C and E. So it's... Now let's work on the tremolo after you feel those notes under your fingers. Now you can tremolo with 2 and 4, which is maybe the best tremolo because it allows the most flexibility in your hand to go back and forth. You don't do it with your fingers so much as with your wrist. You got to have flexibility to do this. You can't be tight and play tremolos. And that's my little tremolo marking there. If you can't tell what that is. B and D, 2 and 4. Now I got to hit C and E. You can also tremolo with 1 and 4. 1 and 3. Depends on what works for you. Or 2 and 5, doesn't matter. Let's settle on 1 and 3 for this because of what comes up next. So, and how you say, how much do I tremolo? Well, you just tremolo it until it's time to move on. So we have C and E here, and I'll just do 2 and 4. And then we'll go back to B and D with 1 and 3. And just let them sound horrible until they sound better. Okay, just keep playing them and let them be awful and clumsy and everything until your body figures it out, and then it'll work for you. A lot of times what happens is people don't allow themselves enough time, to sound bad before you start sounding good. We all sound bad until we sound good. And then C and E, we'll go to that with 2 and 4. So if I do it really slow, let's do it super slow motion. Almost try to play that as a tremolo. That one's not a tremolo. And I'm just keeping the G going here on the bottom on my left hand. Okay? Just sit down there and just work on that. Get your fingers till your hand gets tired. Your hand will get tired eventually. And then let it rest and then do a little more until we work those muscles out. Until your body figures out what you're asking it to do. Okay, one more time here. Okay, now here, what I did is I put a B flat in parentheses because the piano does not play a B flat, but it doesn't quite sound right unless you put a B flat in there because the other instruments are playing a B flat, the guitar and so forth, whatever else is in there. And to my ear, it just doesn't sound right unless you have a B flat. Now we're not going to tremolo the B flat. I'm just going to put a flavor of it in there. Okay, I'm just going to play it with my thumb. Then I'm going to tremolo the D and F. So it's 2 counts on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to hit this D and F a little harder. I know you say, well, I'm already tremoloing D and F. Why you put it again? Because you need to hit that one again. Because you go 1, 2. It's just for accent, okay? So if you can put that B flat in there with your thumb and tremolo the D and F with 2 and 4. 1, 2. Left hand's on a G, of course. 1, 2, 3. Now the left hand D octave will help you give some strength to the beginning of that third beat. 3, 4. And I'll count 4 when you tremolo the C and E with 1 and 3. So right here it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now on this little blues thing, A sharp to B, I'll go 2, 1, and then with 3 and 5, I'll hit the G and B. Like that. It's a little practice. It's all in the wrist. Alright? How many things are all in the wrist? Throwing a frisbee, playing racquetball. All in the wrist. Let's go from the beginning now for this intro. What was that? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I kind of rushed it. I'm going faster than they go. They drag it out more. And you can do that as you, I tend to play things too fast. Now, then we get to the verse, and we'll do that in lesson 2 and 3 and 4. I think there's like 4 lessons, something like that, to finish the whole thing. But we do the melody in the right hand. I'll show you the chords so you can just chord along and sing or play with the recording if you want. Then I'll show you how to put the melody in there too if you're interested in doing that, if you're advanced enough to do that. Okay, so that one's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I will talk to you later.